Ain't nothing wrong with you, just remember you're special. Feeling hopeless and alone, just remember there's always God there to be there to help you. Put in effort, make mistakes, no one on this earth is perfect. Trials and tribulations both in life are guaranteed, but in the end it's all worth it. I'm hoping and I'm praying this is something relatable and the words are beneficial when someone out there can understand what I'm saying. Mind, muscle, motivation. Let's stop playing. Share it with the nation. What's happening, everybody? It's mind, muscle, spirit, motivation. Listen, I had to go and make this video before I end up working out here in this garage all day. You know, just trying to clear my mind. Y'all know how it is. But hey, right away, I want to talk about living in your head and how, for me, living in your head is like imagination, right? Hold on, buddy. You already know who that is. Is living with imagination and pretty much manifesting it into reality. There's pros and cons when it comes to everything. I already know. Some people are gonna be like, living in your head, people that live in your head, this, and that, whatever. But I just wanna talk about the pros that come with it because I do it. So hey, mind, muscle, spirit, motivation, like, subscribe, share. Let's go ahead and get into it right away. Listen, I done been everywhere already. Those that know me know that traveling around the world is on the bucket list. It's something that I want to do. I've said it before, it's the reason why I like watching certain channels where people who travel the world, people who excavate, you already know, go back in history, all that good stuff. I love it. But I don't know so much about excavating and looking back into history, not so much, but traveling the world, absolutely. And that's why I want to do it. So with that being said, I've already done it. Okay, and y'all hold on. Go eat your foods there. So like I said, I've traveled the world already up here. I imagine myself there first, and hopefully I'm manifesting it into reality. So I've gone to places, I've talked to individuals, I've done certain things, all that I've wanted to do, I've already done it up here. I've talked to every influential, every star, every entertainer. I've been with them all. And I'm just waiting for it to happen physically, but I've done it mentally. I've done everything up here. And I know that it works. I know that it works because, again, I've talked about it. I first imagined myself doing certain things. And when I imagine myself doing certain things, of course, I'm doing it up here. So I imagine myself working out in the garage. You know, when I was living in an apartment, I imagined myself working out in a garage. Now here we are. I imagine myself being a certain type of being, and I became it. What did I become? Well, that's for you to figure out, and that's for you to decide. I don't feel the need to, share that information because I'm still becoming it. It's not fully developed, so I'm still under development every day. I'm a human becoming, not just a human being. Like I said, I want to talk about the pros because, for better context, I watched a movie where an individual was in prison for a crime that he did not commit, right? And he said what kept him from becoming crazy, what kept him from just giving in and accepting what his reality was, is that physically he was imprisoned, right? But mentally, he never let himself be that which what he currently was. Mentally, he was already free. Mentally, he was always free. I took that to heart, and it's never left. It has never left. So I thought about it. Of course, given the situation is completely different. I have never known what it's like to be in prison, and I pray that I never know what it's like. So when you talk about it, being in prison, but mentally being free, when I talk about it, you can be like, oh yeah, I can see how you're able to do that. But again, he was in prison. I mean, can you begin to try to imagine what it's like to be behind bars and given a life sentence at that? I didn't mention that. He was given a life sentence for a crime he did not commit. But mentally, he kept himself free. Mentally, he was still where he was at. And mentally, the crime that he was committed for, wrong place, wrong time, that's what it really was. But he didn't let that enter into his mind. He never let that enter into his mind. He never let his surrounding and what his current reality was, he never accepted it. And I forgot how many years, but it was the majority of his life, he was behind bars, and he never gave up. He kept trying to get free, and then eventually he was. So that's what I try to do every single day. And I'm not saying my life is a prison at all, it's not. But the things that I want to do, I make sure that I'm able to imagine it first up here. And then it becomes a goal. And until it's accomplished, it's a goal that I have written down. But mentally, I already done it. And that's why I can work out for hours and hours at a time, because first I imagine myself doing it, I write it down, and then it gets done. So I think that's why, again, I could work out for hours, and then I look back on the list and I'm just like, I really did all these workouts. I mean, I can write down up to 18, 20 workouts, and now I can get it done maybe in an hour, hour and a half, 2 at the most. But again, it's because I imagine myself doing it first. And people, the power of imagination is absolutely amazing. I mean, it really is. And we got to make sure we don't lose sight of imagination. It's not a little kid type of thing. It's not. I mean, God gave us the power of imagination for a reason. Everything that you see, everything that you have, it first started with an imagination. You've heard it before, and if you haven't, you're hearing it now. Everything started with an imagination first, and then it became reality. So we got to make sure we don't lose sight of that. And I know it's hard when you're waking up and you're taking care of business, you're just living the monotony type of life that you do every single day. You're just doing the same thing every single day. You're waking up, going to work, maybe working out, going to bed. And maybe along those lines, you're making time for your loved ones, but that's what you're doing every single day. There's no change. For people who have a very structured life, even just letting yourself imagine anything is probably hard to do. But again, we got to make sure we don't lose sight of imagination, because it's it's really amazing. It really is. I'm not exaggerating, but just try it. And I'm not saying when you imagine something that's going to happen right then and there. You got to imagine it for a while. And you have to imagine it for a while because you will unintentionally put yourself in that position to achieve whatever it is that you're imagining yourself doing. Like I've said before, when it came to me working out before work, going to the gym, I imagined it at least for a good year before I started doing it. Because I would wake up early, right? I would wake up, I would listen to the motivational videos, and I told myself, how great would it be to work out while listening to motivational videos and speeches and motivational speakers who talk about how they better their lives and how you can also apply it to your life. How great would it be to work out and to get 2 for the price of 1? So gradually I will work out at home. And then before you know it, here I am working out before work. Even though I have a job that requires a lot of physical activity, I still was doing it. And first, I imagined it. So my whole reality is pretty much the result of my imagination. It is. Even though I have bad days and I have good days, that's just life. But everything, my surroundings, the people I have in my life, It's all the result of my imagination. I can sit here and I can say that with complete confidence. Everything, every bit of it. I mean, going down from the people I have in my life still and the people that are no longer in my life, it's all is the result of my imagination. So wherever you're at in life, currently is a result of your imagination. And hopefully I'm not saying that to somebody who's in a bad situation, but even if you are, just imagine yourself in a better situation. And every single day you're going to be doing stuff that's going to get you in a better situation because you're imagining it. I'm telling you, when you imagine something, you will do stuff every single day to make that imagination your reality. I am telling you, Lord have mercy. I don't like using that word, but I'm not even able to really show how amazed I am by the power of imagination. I'm not able to really be charismatic enough to show the strength and again the amazement I have by imagination. Now, some of the stuff I imagined, has it came to reality? Did it ever come to reality? No. I used to imagine myself running down a football field professionally. That's not going to happen, and it didn't happen. But for 27 years of my life, and that's a long time, for 27 years of my life, I held on to that imagination. And you know what? It kept me working out. It kept me wanting to be physically active. It just motivated me because behind myself running down a football field in the NFL, it kept me motivated to continue to work and do better. So some of the stuff you're imagining, it may not ever come to reality, but just the simple fact that you're imagining it, you can use it to your everyday life to keep you going and to help you through whatever it is that you're going through. So if you imagine yourself being in outer space, being an astronaut, if you're imagining it and you don't know how it can ever come to be, if you don't have the finances, if you're not in the right school, if you just have no type of chance at all, just hold on to it. Be absolutely as optimistic as you could possibly be. And just see how it'll help you continue to stay in school, see how it will continue to help you get good grades, see how it will continue to help you be focused and locked in. I'm telling you, just use every single imagination that you have. Just use it, hold on to it, and don't let it go. Even if it never comes true, just don't let it go. I'm telling you, people, do not. So, our reality started with an imagination. Good or bad, it started with imagination. Like I said, there's pros and cons to come with everything, and along the way, the stuff that you imagine, bad things can happen and they can occur along with it. Because some of the stuff that we imagine, not all of it is good. Hold on, people, one more time. I'm so sorry, hold on. All right, people. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Hopefully y'all haven't channeled out. Hopefully y'all haven't changed the channel, but the little one, I'm telling you, he keeps me on my feet. Pretty much not able to do anything. But yeah, again, people, imagination. Just imagine something Don't let it be just anything, but if it's something that always occurs, if it's something that always comes to mind, it's there for a reason, okay? It could be a sign from God telling you that that's what you should be doing. Of course, if it's something bad, then it is a sign, but it's not a sign from God. It's a sign from the enemy. So, of course, let it be something good. Let it be something that's not only going to benefit you, but your family and your loved ones. And like I said, hold on to it. It's not wishful thinking. You know, you're not living in la la land. Let yourself be delusional, because everybody that's doing something, they first imagine themselves doing it. Anybody that you like, just whoever, name them. They all are doing what they're doing because they imagine themselves doing it first. So if out of everything that I said, if you're not convinced, just think about a person that you're influenced by. Think about an entertainer, an actor, actress, whatever. I mean, you name it. They all imagine themselves doing it first. They were delusional. You know, maybe they were told no, maybe they were told to let go of that dream and they didn't. So let that be the summary of this short video. Let that be the summarization of everything. And if, out of everything that I said, hold on to that. Name a person that you like, anybody that may be famous or wealthy. Whatever they're doing, it first started with an imagination. And then their imagination, what they're doing, that's the result. The reality is the result of their imagination. It's mind, muscle, spirit, motivation. Like I said, you guys, I had to hurry to make that video. I had to hurry to make this video because, you know, I'm locked in, I'm in a zone. I'm just, you know, getting rid of that stress, trying to have different creativity to my life, you know, to these videos. And I'm really just trying to bring out the best in me, and y'all already know, for me to do that is putting myself in uncomfortable situations and pushing myself physically, because physically, strong body, strong mind, strong body, that's what I believe. And that's what it is. So, hey, mind, muscle, spirit, motivation, like, subscribe, share. Until next time, hey, we out, people. Make sure you get yours in. Make sure you get it in. We out.
What you worry about the most often reveals where you trust God the least. And I want to give you a moment just to think about what that might be for you. What do we do when we realize that there's a real category of our life, a person, a relationship, a thing, an internal emotion that we're not trusting to God? How are we supposed to trust God? It's a great question, and Jesus actually shows us what our role is in Matthew 6:33.